Well, the party's about ready to start here at the beautiful Ritz-Carlton, Making Strides Against Breast Cancer, where we're going to hear a lot of stories about just the journeys that people have taken as they deal with having breast cancer. But I'd like to share a story with you that I've had personally. My best friend, Jerry Davis, was diagnosed with breast cancer. It will be 13 years, October 8th. Her husband was having so much difficulty dealing with her having breast cancer that I moved in with her and we went through the journey together. I remember the days that we had coffee and she was sitting there pulling out her hair and I'm like, oh my gosh, we have got to go just cut your hair off and go get a wig. Well, short hair. I've always wanted a long hair, so we went and got a wig together. It was so much fun. And some of the funny stories, though we went through a lot of emotion, was that some body parts you get in the mail. And I remember her husband walking in and said, honey, we got your body part in the mail. So, you know, it is so hard, all that they deal with and all the emotion they go through. And we're going to hear some of those stories tonight. So stay tuned and welcome to Making Strides Against Breast Cancer.
Whether it's coming to our office to be part of our Look Good, Feel Better program so that you could get a free wig, if we could help you with a ride to treatment, any of those things, I just want to get that word out because there's still so many people that really have no idea what we do. We have a 1-800 number that people can literally call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, if they're sitting there and need answers to any kinds of questions about their diagnosis, about the care of a loved one, anything. We are always there to help. So I hope that you'll join me in making it your mission to be out there in the community and tell at least one more person about our services, because to me, that's a really good day. I want you to all mark your calendars for Saturday, October 24th, where we'll be walking again at the Sarasota Polo Club. It's going to be a fabulous event, and we're going to tell you exactly how you can get started tonight. My contact information is up on the screens. I have my business cards. Please reach out to me if you need anything at all. We're so excited that you've joined us. So without further ado, let's officially kick off our 2015 season and welcome our co-hosts for this evening, which are very exciting. Our first host, many of you will recognize her as the co-host of the Suncoast View from ABC 7, Linda Carson. Along with her, we have our very familiar face from 106.5 CTQ, our morning host from iHeartMedia, Maverick Johnson.
Thank you guys for the great welcome. Are you guys ready to have some fun tonight and learn a lot of great stuff? Let me just tell you briefly why I'm here. I had somebody ask me my history with the American Cancer Society and Making Strides in particular. And it is very personal to me. In 1999, my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I was approached as she was undergoing treatment. She had chemo and radiation. And I was approached by an American Cancer Society volunteer and asked to volunteer for an event. And that began what is now a 16-year relationship with the American Cancer Society. My mother is a survivor. And I was telling some people tonight, you know, one of the things about breast cancer, and there are a couple of forms of cancer like this, but breast cancer in particular, where early detection really does save lives. And what we're doing here in this event, and your commitment to be a part of this event, is saving lives every day. So I want to have you guys give yourselves a round of applause for your involvement tonight.
Thank you, Maverick. This is also very personal to me. My Aunt Mildred died of breast cancer just around the time I was born. She was 26 years old, and she left behind a 2- and a 3-year-old daughter. For the rest of their lives, those girls mourned their mother. And for the rest of my mother's life, she mourned her sister. So I am here to make sure, to do everything I can to make sure this doesn't happen to anybody else. And I just wish my aunt knew how much progress we have made. We have made tremendous progress over the last years. So as we start our program tonight, it's a wonderful evening here at the Ritz-Carlton, but let's don't forget why we're here. We're here for the survivors, and we're here for those who are no longer with us. We never want to forget them, and we want to always remember our need to press on and to continue the fight against breast cancer. Each and every one of you is here because you are compelled to do this, and together we can win.
Let's begin by thanking those who have made the event tonight possible and who are leaders in helping the American Cancer Society carry out its mission. Every research breakthrough we've made, every patient service program we've implemented, every life that we've helped save from breast cancer is largely in part to the dollars the walkers and sponsors with this event have done. So without you, none of this, none of what we're talking about, none of the research, none of the breakthroughs would be possible. First, a huge thank you to the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Executive Committee. Please stand if you would. Led by Manatee County Commissioner Carol Whitmore. I see her right over here. Thank you, Carol. Tammy Lennox. The entire committee is focused on executing the largest walk that Sarasota Manatee has seen to date, and with both Commissioners Whitmore and Sarasota County Commissioner Carolyn Mason on board, it is sure to be the largest yet. We're ready for it. Are you guys ready for the largest yet?
I'm too short for this thing. Well, we want to give a very special thanks tonight to the Ritz-Carlton. Thank you, Ritz-Carlton. Isn't this a beautiful room? And the Community Footprints, the team for hosting us this evening at this very beautiful venue and rolling out the pink carpet for the 2015 Strides Against Breast Cancer. We are here to make this the biggest and the best ever. And partnering with the Ritz-Carlton, we want to thank the Gold Coast Eagle, Sarasota, or Siesta Key Rum, for helping us to get this party started. Are we partying? Are we not? Yes. And we've also got a lot of very important event sponsors in the room. So we are going to have your name on the screen, and when you see your name, please stand up. We thank you so much. We're here with our sponsors, and we're only here because of our sponsors. So we want to thank you very, very much. So please stand up if you're here tonight. Sponsors? There they are. Let's give them a big hand, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for your work.
We also want to thank our media sponsors, iHeartMedia, ABC7, the Herald Tribune, METV, who are welcoming all of you on the pink carpet. Charles, thank you for your support, as always. How about Charles and his staff in particular tonight on the pink carpet? Thank you to all of our national partner program members for your continued support and nationwide commitment to the American Cancer Society and the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk. You are making a difference. We're also pleased to have Cox Chevrolet here tonight. We're proud to have Chevy as one of the national partners of this program. Would you please join me in welcoming and giving them a round of applause to all those representing our national partner teams.
When you received your invitation, you had a chance to say no, right? You could have said no, but you said yes. You said, yes, I commit to this fight, and yes, I'm going to join the American Cancer Society in this fight, and yes, I want to finish this fight against breast cancer. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we're part of the team that finishes this fight? We're so glad that all of you, each of you, are here tonight. Whether you've been a long-time supporter or whether this is your first time partnering, we are so very appreciative of your support. The dollars you raise will help the society do the most for those who are currently dealing with a diagnosis of breast cancer, those who may be facing a diagnosis of breast cancer, or those who may avoid a diagnosis of breast cancer because of what we are doing here tonight. You see, the American Cancer Society's work impacts everybody, each one of us, and in so many different ways. During our time here this evening, we're going to talk about those ways, and with your help, we're going to help fund the fight against breast cancer.
Even though the American Cancer Society is making great strides to educate the public on the steps we can take to reduce our cancer risk, more than 1.6 million cancer cases are expected to be diagnosed just this year. Thousands of those will be breast cancer diagnoses. Breast cancer has the potential to impact people close to us, our mothers, sisters, aunts, cousins, and friends. Breast cancer is real. It's a disease that affects real people in our lives every day. But thanks to the support of people like you for taking your time, our Making Strides participants, team leaders in particular, the American Cancer Society is able to be there to help people that are currently battling this disease.
The next question is one I ask often as a reporter, but as a former board member for the American Cancer Society here in Sarasota, I know the answers to this question. Where does the money go? Well, the dollars raised by Making Strides Against Breast Cancer help the society support breast cancer patients and their loved ones through the many, many programs and services that we offer. There is the toll-free cancer information line. That number, 1-800-227-2345, and the website, cancer.org, are available at any time, day or night, to provide comprehensive information, resources, and support. For people that just need somebody to talk to about their diagnosis at 3 o'clock in the morning, there is someone there to talk to them. Your donation of $25 could help provide free access to 24-hour information and support by the telephone, by email, and by online chats with one person. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, that can make all the difference in the world.
You may say, what about $100? How could $100 make a difference? The Hope Lodge is a program that provides a free place to stay for those traveling away from home for treatment. Last year, we provided patients 276,000 nights of lodging. A donation of $100 could offer a cancer patient and their caregiver one night of free lodging at an American Cancer Society Hope Lodge while they're having to travel away from home for treatment. So $100 makes a difference.
Here's a program that I think is so important to patients. Transportation assistance is provided to patients who need to get to treatments and cancer-related appointments through the Road to Recovery program. In 2014, 341,000 rides were provided to patients in need. Now, for just a $50 donation, you can provide 5 rides to and from treatment for a cancer patient.
For people who have just heard the words, you have breast cancer, you need someone to provide that one-on-one emotional support. Our Reach to Recovery program can do just that. 10,000 services were provided through the program last year. A donation of $100 could help provide breast cancer patients with one-on-one peer support from a breast cancer survivor. And I've had the cause to be on the phone when such a conversation occurred. I actually took a call one day at our local Manatee office and handed it off to a survivor that was a volunteer that handled the call. And the care, the support, the knowledge, and what it can provide is just amazing. And you make that happen. We have a very special guest here today to tell us firsthand how valuable the Society's programs and services can be. Please join me in welcoming Dolly Wayless from Team Gator Air.
You guys look fabulous, let me tell you what. Tonight, you've been invited to the Making Strides of Sarasota Manatee Kickoff. Each year, the American Cancer Society reaches out to our community and answers one of the most important questions that will ever be asked. How can I help? As a 3-time survivor, I can tell you firsthand, this help has been so critical and so needed for me. I was diagnosed in June of 2010 with ovarian cancer. I was a healthy individual in my 40s with a family, having a full-time job and a full life ahead of me. And the word cancer was never in my vocabulary. But I'll tell you what, for the next 5 years, I would learn more about cancer than I ever wanted to know. In that period, I went through 3 rounds of chemo. I would watch my husband of 34 years pass away from lung cancer. And my greatest supporter, Robin Grosjean, passed away from breast cancer just a very, very short time ago. You may ask, how could I do it? And my answer is this: I'm not special. There are thousands of individuals, just like myself, who have been diagnosed and hold on to the hope that a cure will be found. I consider myself so blessed to be here tonight. Not only am I a volunteer for ACS, working with survivors, I work for a company that is a sponsor of Making Strides. I work with a wonderful man from this company, Mike Wick, who, knowing I was on chemo, knowing that my husband was dying of lung cancer, said, you know what? I'll take you as you are, and I'm going to bring you on board. Mike not only supports ACS and sponsors this, he puts up with me. And all my doctor appointments and all my stuff that I've been through, he's always been so great. He also volunteers his time, and he chairs a committee for ACS. Research has allowed new opportunities for cancer patients, and I can tell you that my team of doctors, hospital staff, employer, and everyone else that I have worked with have given me hope. This includes my precious mom, who's here tonight with me. Your help has allowed me to see hope. There are treatments available today that were not available in 2010. And there's more coming. Plus the more educated we get, the earlier detections that there is, and the more research that is done, the better chance that we have of beating this. Together with the American Cancer Society, we can help people stay well and get well by finding cures and fighting back one precious person at a time. I live each day with the possibility that my cancer may return. Having the knowledge of early detection, having the resources available, having a team of doctors that work together, and most importantly, having you as my support and the support of this great cause helps each day for every single one of us to become brighter. In closing, I would like to thank you for being here tonight, for helping with this cause, for we, myself, and every other survivor that is here tonight. We thank you. We're depending on you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dolly, for your inspiration and for your courage. You give courage to us all, and you make us want to get out there and continue the fight. Thank you so much. And here's the good news. Breast cancer deaths have declined by 35% since 1989, 35%. And this means that 224,500 lives have been saved that would have otherwise died. What a number that is. 224,500 people have been saved because of the efforts of the American Cancer Society. That's why we're here tonight. The progress that we're making is remarkable. We all agree on that. But there is much more to be done, and the fight's not over yet, but we're very close. So let's finish this fight. While Making Strides of Manatee, Sarasota Walk is near and dear to our hearts, about 300 other communities are doing the same thing. They're having the same walk, and we're going to have about 1 million passionate people walking on October 24th. 1 million people. But we need you. We need you to join us and help us make a difference. And it's very easy to get started.
Let me just go a little bit off script. As the son of a breast cancer survivor, I need to disagree with something Dolly said. You are special, okay? Every survivor is special, so I just want to make sure. Never think that you're not. Never think that. Don't take our word for it. how easy it is to fundraise. Joe Ernst, team leader, and our 2015 pace setter, in case you're not familiar with the team, a pace setter is an individual raising $2,500 or more. Joe is a dedicated Making Strides supporter. Let's give him a warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
How you doing? When I accepted the coming to the event tonight, I didn't know I was going to be speaking in a room full of people, but that's okay. No, we're excited. The company I work with, D&D Garage Doors, this will be our third year doing this, and it's turned into a really fun event for us. This year we got more sponsors involved. You'll see the shirt that I'm wearing, and two of my teammates are wearing as well. But basically what we do, we turn it into a fun event for our entire company. We have 10 locations throughout Florida. We make it a competition for the shirts throughout all of our locations. Whoever the location sells the most shirts over the 2-month period, we basically a two-month t-shirt drive. And we end up giving them breakfast one day, a larger breakfast for the winner and slightly less for second place. But like last year, one of the owners of our company went to that location and actually cooked breakfast at 6 a.m. for him. So it was a big deal. It's a team building, morale building type of activity that we really do. It hits close to heart for me. My mom's a survivor. So she was diagnosed in 2012 and is clean bill of health now for the last year and a half. So thank you. So, and we have, and how we put it is everybody somebody has been touched by this disease. So how important it is to do an event like this. We basically, this year, we rolled out even more than we did last year. We created a website. We bought the rights to a website. So we're taking orders online, shipping them anywhere in the United States. Our manufacturers up in Ohio are buying shirts from us. We're shipping them up to them. So it's really making it a fun event to get the awareness out there and get back to a really important cause. So.
How much have you raised so far?
As of tonight, I turned in another $780. We're about $5,300 so far. So, but again, it's for the right cause, and we're very proud to be involved. So, all right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joe. Your dedication to the cause is inspiration, I hope, to everybody here on how you can do it. So today, right now, we're asking you to sign up and join us just like Joe. Join us and help reduce the number of people who die from this disease. Help us continue to provide information and support for people facing a diagnosis. And help with the work that may help reduce the chances of ever getting breast cancer. The amount of effort required to make an impact is very easy. It involves just 4 steps. Step 1. Sign up, whether you do it online, makingstrideswalk.org/SarasotaManatee, or by using a walk paper, which is available in the team leader kit you'll receive before you leave today.
Step 2. Step 2 is recruit team members. Invite your family, your friends, your coworkers, and your neighbors to join you in the fight.
Step 3, since we're talking team here, step 3, raise funds. We're going to learn more in just a minute how fun fundraising can actually be. It's not scary.
Here's the fun part. Step 4, walk with us. Join us on Saturday, October 24th at the Sarasota Polo Club for an incredibly inspirational day. That's simple, right? Well, don't worry. If you forget, we're going to make sure you remember these 4 simple steps. They're outlined in your team leader kit. Just take a look.
If you haven't been, by the way, it is an inspirational view just to see a sea of pink and everybody with a common cause. Anybody that's been there? Applause for if you agree.
Yes.
So maybe you thought of raising funds a little scary. Asking people for money, maybe it can be intimidating in your mind. Maybe recruiting team members seems a bit daunting or too time consuming. So you may be thinking, I don't want to bother people. No one has extra money to give. I don't have the time, even though I like the cause. I wouldn't know where to start. Before you let that negative thinking take over, let me ask you something. If you don't join us, if you don't recruit people for the fight, if you don't do what Joe did, then who will? Who will help finish the fight against this disease that's taken way too much from us? Dolly, Joe, myself, Linda, you're here because of a connection. So we need you. Each year, people just like you, people who thought, I don't know if I can, people who had those negative thoughts, they join and they raise vital funds to help end breast cancer. You heard how much $25 can help, $100 can help. All it takes is a few easy fundraising ideas and activities. Remember, every dollar, it makes a difference.
And if you think you need help in fundraising, we have some expert fundraisers right in this very room. They are called pace setters, and they have committed each one to raising $2,500. Now, there may be some at your table. They have a card on. They have a card that will tell you who they are. Look around you. See, he's got his button there. You can see his button on his pants leg. Ask these people, how did they do it? What was their inspiration? Exactly what steps did they take to bring this kind of money in? And then you'll find that maybe you can get a whole lot of people that want to join in. If you can ask those pace setters, they will get you on the right track, and you will be followed by your friends and your family.
So now's the time for you to commit, to be a part. On your table, you're going to find a Making Strides pledge card. It's right here, I think right here. Making Strides pledge card, two-sided, very little print that as I get older I can't barely read anymore. And then bigger print on the other side, okay, with a pink ribbon on it. That is your commitment card for a team leader. All you have to do to say yes, by coming here this evening, you're halfway there. What motivated you to be here? Think about that. Maybe you've lost loved ones, friends, coworkers to breast cancer. Maybe someone that you know is dealing with breast cancer right now. Maybe you want to join to help protect future generations, your kids, your grandkids. Whatever your reason, hold on to this card and let it inspire you to join us. Whenever work is too busy, whenever you have that to-do list that seems like it's never ending, whenever it seems there's no time, remember what motivates you to be a part of this. We need you. Countless other people are counting on you to be a part of it.
Okay, this is it. It is time to commit. Are you ready to take the pink pledge out there? Well, now, aside from the personal motivation that you may have, we've got another really important reason for you to sign up. And here it is. As an added bonus to sign up as a team leader today, we're going to be giving you a Making Strides bandana. Woo! Now, wouldn't this be great to wear at the Making Strides Walk on October 24th? You'd really look cool with this on, and everybody would give you a lot of respect, too. So sign these cards. Fill out your card, hold it up, and a volunteer will come to collect it and give you your pink swag if you sign up as a team leader.
On top of that, we're not done yet here with some incentives here to help you because we do appreciate you being a part of this. The Ritz-Carlton has added an additional incentive for us as a great supporter. Sign up as a participant for the walk, raise at least $100, receive your t-shirt, join ACS CAN, which we're going to tell you about in just a moment if you're currently not a member, and you'll be entered into a drawing to win a 2-night stay at the Ritz-Carlton Amelia Island, including breakfast. Yeah. Pay setters, listen up, because you already have an advantage here. For every $100 you raise, you'll get an additional entry to win this. To be entered, money needs to be turned in by October 1st, and I'll be at the walk that morning personally announcing the winner live on stage on Saturday, October 24th at our walk.
Good evening. I'd like to join all the others in thanking you for being here tonight. It is great to see such a big crowd. I'm proud to be supporting the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer. It's an event that raises over $60 million each year to put an end to breast cancer. I'm also proud to say that I, along with a lot of you in the room, am also a member of the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network, or ACS CAN. It's hard to say, so I'm glad we have acronyms. For those of you that are not already members of ACS CAN, I would like to tell you a little bit about our incredible breast cancer advocates. Just like you, They are survivors and caregivers, and they're leading the way to telling Congress why we must keep fighting cancer a top priority. ACS CAN members know, thank you, ACS CAN members know that Congress holds the purse strings to cancer research funding, and therefore they have a power to make breast cancer and all cancers a thing of the past. I know that we are all here tonight because we have been personally fought cancer, or someone we care about has fought it. Each and every one of us in this room is 1 degree from someone with cancer. And being 1 degree away from someone with cancer means that we've had cancer ourselves, or we know someone who has had cancer. My 1 degree is my friend Ellen, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about her story. Ellen was diagnosed with breast cancer 4 years ago, and she fought it like a champ. She went through the whole 9 yards, the chemo, the radiation, surgery, the hair loss. And all the while through her treatment, she just continued all of her activities that she normally did, her normal routine, including her beloved golf. This inspired us all, and we thought that Ellen had beat it. Well, 2 years later, cancer came knocking at her door again. This time, Ellen was having difficulty breathing. So when she went to the doctor, and after they drained 5 liters of fluid from her lungs, they found 15 small tumors. So Ellen entered back into treatment to try to shrink the tumors and to keep the fluid down in her lungs. Again, she was a champ. She just responded so well to that treatment. Her tumors are shrinking, and she has less and less fluid in her lungs. About a year later, Ellen was in for a routine scan, and they found 2 spots on her liver. So Ellen again is back in treatment, and this time she's in an experimental program. I don't know how she does it, but throughout her whole cancer journey, she just maintains a truly positive attitude. So I joined ACS CAN in honor of my 1 degree, Ellen. So now that you've heard my story, I'd like you all to think about your own 1 degree and make the decision right now that you are going to fight back in honor of that person and all others who suffer from this disease. You can do this by joining me and thousands of other breast cancer advocates in becoming an ACS CAN member, either for the first time or by renewing your annual membership. Now remember, if you signed up last year at the event, it's time to renew. Your $20 donation can help us convince Congress to increase spending for cancer research. It will also help us support the people, the volunteers that go to Washington, D.C. every year to talk personally with our members of Congress and let them know how important fighting cancer is to them. It also supports volunteers in every congressional district in every state to deliver the message, a local message, to their representatives that impact the lives of cancer patients and their families. Now today, Linda has bandanas, right? I have pins. So if you join today, you can get a limited edition 2015 Power of the Purse pin. They're beautiful. And they go with everything. They're very colorful. When you're wearing this pin and people come up to you and ask you about it, and I promise you they will come up and ask you, you can tell them that you are wearing this pin to remind you that you are fighting back for your 1 degree, that you are one of thousands of breast cancer advocates telling Congress that they hold the purse strings and that they have the power to take the action to eventually end breast cancer once and for all. What I'd like to do right now is to ask all of the registered voters to please stand, and if you're already standing, because I see we have a lot of standards, just raise your hand. Registered voters, stand up if you're at a table, please. It's more impressive. Okay. Now I would like all of the current ACS CAN members to sit down or drop your hand if you're standing. Okay, so current members can be seated. Okay, we have a lot of opportunity here. I'm going to ask all of you that are standing to please fight back. Fight back against breast cancer. There are volunteers somewhere. Okay, at the ACS CAN table, you will find one of these forms. Please take the time and fill it out. It's a $20 donation, and with your $20 donation, you will receive the beautiful Power of the Purse pin. You can sit down now. I'm done with you. You needed to stretch. I'm way off script anyways. But please, fill this out before you leave tonight. As a survivor, I thank you so much for being here tonight and joining me in fighting back against breast cancer, and also helping us to tell legislatures that they have the power of the purse. It's time for them to use that power and put an end to breast cancer. So again, please, before you leave tonight, if you could fill out the form, drop it off at the ACS CAN near the registration table, and you'll get your beautiful 2015 Power of the Purse pin. Thank you.
Hi, we're here with Anita Lambert tonight, who has been involved in the American Cancer Society for how long, Anita?
About 4 or 5 years.
Oh, and tell me what you do, what you pull together for this event.
Well, I'm team retention chair, and that means we go out and make a lot of phone calls and try to get our teams back each year and get new teams joining up for this year too.
So how many people are you expecting this evening?
This evening, we're expecting 200 people or more, yes.
Tell me a little bit about this event, how it's structured, what your expectations are of the event.
Well, this is our 16th year, and it's very well known here in town as Making Strides Against Breast Cancer. The walk is on October the 24th this year on a Saturday out of the Sarasota Polo Grounds. And last year, I think we had 6 to 8,000 people attend. Lots of walkers, lots of fun was had by all. And we're looking forward to having a good year again this year.
So tell me, what's happening this evening?
This evening we're doing a great kickoff event. We're encouraging everybody to join up and get excited about signing up, getting their teams ready, getting their people to join up and help in the fundraising. We've got 2 months to go, so we got lots of time to fundraise before the event.
And how can people still get involved?
Now you can join up and help us on the committee side. You can talk to our or sign up as a volunteer and talk to some of our logistics teams or anyone else on the committee. There's lots of things to do, lots of ways to help, and we'll look forward to talking with you, whenever you can help us out.
Well, great. Well, we've got 2 months to go. You still can get involved, so help out the American Cancer Society. Thanks, Anita.
Thank you.
Hi, we're here with Natalie Thrasher. Tell me a little bit about your involvement with Making Strides for Breast Cancer.
Thank you. I have been with the Cancer Society for about 13 years. I joined to help just because I wanted to be able to do something. So many friends had been touched by cancer. But this past year, my mother was diagnosed with cancer, and we just lost her last July. So it just brings it all the much closer to help find a cure.
And you told me a little bit earlier about how you look at each day now.
Every day is a gift. When someone is diagnosed, you can't always be guaranteed for tomorrow, but we would just give each other a hug and say, Mom, every day is a gift, and that's what we feel. And the Cancer Society is something where we just want to help give everyone a chance for another birthday. If it's another mom that can have another birthday or see your grandkids, that's what it's all about.
And tell me a little bit about your position and what you're working on right now.
I'm one of the chairmen for our Making Strides. It's my favorite fundraiser because it's walking out in nature at the polo fields. You get a chance to walk and talk with your friends, so it's really special.
And that event is when?
It's going to be October 24th. It's on a Saturday morning at the Sarasota Polo Fields. It's absolutely gorgeous, fun time to walk through the pastures and see the horse farms. It's great.
And tell me a little bit about what you expect from this evening.
I am just so excited that we have had such an involvement from the community. If we can help raise awareness and prevent another person from being diagnosed, if we can help with early detection to save a life, and another day is what it's all about.
And for some people, this event may be just the first event for them to be involved. Tell me what you want them to take away from this evening.
I want them to know that even one person can make a difference. If it's just encouraging someone to go and get a breast check or a colon check, just to get out and do it. My husband is a survivor. I've got so many friends who are survivors, and even though I've lost my mom, I'm still walking to help another mom and another friend fight the battle.
Well, thank you, Natalie. We wish you the best luck this evening and throughout the whole events, even up to the walk. So thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Hi, we're here with Anita Devine. Anita, tell me a little bit about your involvement with Making Strides against breast cancer.
Okay, I got involved with Making Strides about 13, 14 years ago, and I just felt it was an opportunity to support the effort, the fight against breast cancer. I didn't think it was getting the attention then that it should be, and so I got involved and started volunteering at Making Strides, and then eventually chaired the event, and I just keep going back. It's a fabulous event. It's upbeat and fun and positive, and we've raised a lot of money, and hopefully someday we won't have to do this anymore.
And you have the walk coming up, but what other events can people participate in?
Well, the American Cancer Society does a lot of different events, and we try to appeal to everyone. Strides Walk is kind of we call it an easy 5K. You do it at your own pace. We do other things such as the Relay for Life events, which we do in the spring. And the Relay for Life events, some of them are overnight. Some of them are just like 6 hours, 8 hours. And the teams are out there, again, as a team, walking, raise money, sell things, have fun. We try to make all of our events team-oriented and fun-oriented, even though we have a very serious mission. And then, of course, we have our gala. We have the Big Top Gala, which is a more formal event. We've been very fortunate last year and this year. The Felds have gotten involved, the Felds of Ringling, and we're very excited to have them involved. And that's a dinner, auction, fundraiser type event. And it's, so, you know, you have Strides, which is just a Saturday morning. You have Relay, which is more of an overnight. You have the Gala, which is for those who really want to get dressed up. And of course, we take donations anytime. The Giving Challenge is coming up September 1st. And so if anyone has never donated to us before, if they donate during the Giving Challenge, whatever they donate will get double. So we hope that some people will consider doing that and starting to support us.
Well, that's great. And tell me how people can get involved and donate coming up on September 1st.
You can go to our website, cancer.org, or the Giving Challenge website. And the Giving Challenge website will have all the organizations that are participating. And you just go to their website and you make your pledge. And it's a 24-hour event, and it will be matched by the foundation, the community foundation.
Oh, that's great. So people have that opportunity 24 hours starting September 1st, and they can select which what they give it to?
Yes, you select the charity you want to give it to. Minimum donation $25, and it will be matched up to $250. So if you give a $250 donation to the American Cancer Society, we get $500. If you give a $25 donation, we get $50. And then there are different contests. Whoever gets the most people to pledge within the first hour or something get extra bonuses and things like that. So they try to make it fun. It's an online opportunity for those who are really into just doing everything online.
So tell me a little bit about this evening. What do you expect out of this evening? What is the plan?
Okay, this event is the Kickoff, and what we're doing is we're getting people to commit to doing teams. Again, this is a team-oriented thing. You want your team does its own fundraisers during the course of between now and the event. So we want people who haven't signed up yet to sign up their team. Like I'm on the board, and the board has a team, and we all sign up for that team and pledge an amount that we're going to raise. And tonight we're just asking people to sign up a team and then put their team together. A team can be 3 people, it can be 50 people. A team can be family, friends, co-workers, who pull people off the street. We don't care. We just want people to sign up and participate and come out there. The walk is really fun. We have music, we have an exercise group to warm up, we have food for the people. When they finish the walk, there's, juice and fruit and things. So it's just a really positive, and it's, did I say it's at the Polo Grounds?
You did. And wow, what an event this is going to be tonight, Anita. We wish you the best, and you are so busy and so involved. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you. We're here with Marcy McGeehan from the Ritz-Carlton, and this is the first event that you're sponsoring.
This is the first year that we're working with American Cancer Society on the Strides Walk, and then hopefully a continuing relationship throughout the year with our involvement with the community here at the Ritz-Carlton.
And such a great venue for this event. Tell me a little bit about what's gone behind the scenes to make this event happen.
Absolutely. So at the Ritz-Carlton, we have a program called Community Footprints, and that is really our outreach program at Ritz-Carlton globally, where we do support any community events. So the first thing that happened was American Cancer Society came to us and asked us if we would be willing to partner with them this year, and we were delighted to do that. So we brought that to our committee and really thought about ways that we could do that and how we could best have impact. One of the ways was sponsoring this evening's event for the Kickoff. and really find a way to have that part in the community to support. It's such an amazing thing that these days really there is someone everyone knows who has been affected by cancer, and anything that we can do to bring that to light and really show that support and bring awareness to the community, we want to be a part of that. So we have 3 teams walking this year along with this kickoff, and then we will be involved further in the year with relay as well, and anything that we can do to support.
So you see this as an ongoing sponsorship for the Ritz and making strides against breast cancer. And I'm sure everybody has a personal story, and as you said, has been affected by breast cancer. So tell me a little bit, any personal stories for you?
I do. So yes, this is going to be an ongoing relationship that we will have full year and hopefully for many years to come here in Sarasota with this. Personally, I've been affected with both my grandmother and my sister-in-law with cancer, as well as my brother-in-law. So definitely personal to me, and then many of our ladies and gentlemen here at the resort have those same personal stories. So we are committed. We feel like this is something that really speaks to the community as well as our own family here at the Ritz-Carlton.
Absolutely. And tell me a little bit about what you expect from this evening.
Oh, absolutely. So we're just hoping for a really fun and exciting way to educate, and you can hear it around me, but a great way to educate and communicate how to sign up teams, how to raise funds, and really how to have fun while doing that here in Sarasota.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you so much to the Ritz-Carlton for sponsoring this event this evening.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Well, the energy is heating up in here, and we're here with Kobe and Chris. Kobe, tell me a little bit about your involvement.
Well, I've been involved with Making Strides Against Breast Cancer for about 7 years now, but I'm also on the Cancer Society board. I've been on the board for 3 years. I've also chaired committees with Making Strides Against Breast Cancer, as well as the Relay for Life. So it's been a wonderful experience, and we're really excited about the upcoming event.
And what got you involved initially?
Well, I have had several family members that are breast cancer survivors, which is awesome, but I've also lost family members to cancer. And it's very near and dear to my heart, and that's why I volunteer, because I want my family and others in our community as well as the world to have more birthdays.
Absolutely. And Chris, tell me a little bit about your involvement.
Wow, I've been involved since 2006, both as a walker, a committee member, a board member, and logistics chair for the Strides Walk. Relay for Life, I was a committee chair for them for a couple of events as well, and it's one of the best organizations in regards to the fight on cancer. They do a lot for folks in the community, a lot of things that a lot of people aren't aware of. And by getting involved with events such as this, it's really a great way to give back and also to really get the message out there that we're not done finishing the fight against cancer.
And what got you involved?
I've had several family members and friends, some that have won their fight against cancer and some that unfortunately who haven't. And every amount of effort that I can put into this can potentially help somebody else win that battle.
And if you had to say one thing about people getting involved, I mean, just minimally, what a difference that makes.
Volunteerism is something that is very easily done with the American Cancer Society. For folks that can do it on a day-to-day basis or even get involved with a larger event such as Making Strides or Relay for Life at the committee level or at the volunteer level just to show up on the day of, it's really very easy to do so, and it's not as big of a commitment outside of what anyone would be able to do. If you can fit an hour or 2 or 3, we'd be happy to have you come lend a hand.
And how can people get involved?
Well, they can contact the American Cancer Society here in the Sarasota. They serve the 5-county area, which, and I might mess this up, is Manatee, Sarasota, Charlotte, Hardy, and DeSoto counties. And they can also, if they want, they can Google me, and I'd be happy to tell them, as I'm the logistics chair for the walk and need as many hands on deck as I can get.
All right, great, Chris. And Kobe, tell me a little bit, if you had one thing you would like people to take away from this evening, what would it be?
Just how important it is to be involved in your local community and just really understand what the Cancer Society does for our community for people that are going through cancer treatments right now. The American Cancer Society here in Sarasota, Manatee County, they're so supportive. They will do anything and everything for patients. And to really, if you are going through cancer or you know someone that is going through cancer, have them reach out to the Cancer Society here. There are so many resources that I think people do not know about that we can really help them with. And if you have extra time, volunteer with us. We have great staff, great volunteers. We have a great time. It's a lot of fun. And we know that, we're here to fight cancer, and we want to finish the fight.
And I think a lot of people don't know that, all the resources that are available. People are worried. They don't know the costs associated with their treatments. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, the Cancer Society has so many resources available to patients locally. We have the Road to Recovery program. There's a lot of patients that don't have transportations to their treatments. We have the Look Good, Feel Good program that, people that are going through cancer treatment right now, there's wigs, there's makeup, there's people to assist them with that. There's just so many other resources available that the Cancer Society can really help them with here locally.
Well, thank you so much, Chris and Kobe, and know that you can make a difference even with a little bit of time. Thank you. Hi, we're here with Fred Lopez on the pink carpet with the pink shirt.
Oh, good.
Fred, tell me a little bit about your involvement.
Oh, I have been involved with the American Cancer Society since 2009, and I started a long time ago. That's about 7 years ago, right?
Right. So what got you involved?
I'm involved with the Making Strides, and then I've been involved with the Making Strides for the last 7 years as a chairperson for the food and beverage.
Oh, nice.
Yes, yeah, I do that every year.
So what does that involve?
Well, it's sort of like after the walk, everybody is hungry, thirsty. So we have a pavilion that we have collected a lot of bits and pieces, granola bars, sandwiches, sometimes cakes and everything. Whoever wants to give us anything that sort of like people could use it.
See, so if you participate in the walk, Fred's going to feed you, right, Fred?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Well, thanks so much for all you do for making strides against breast cancer.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, I'm here with Amy Tootin. Wow, it's getting busy around here. Great crowd.
It is. So much excitement to kick off Making Strides for 2015. I'm so excited.
I am too. Tell me a little bit about your involvement with Making Strides.
Well, I've been on the committee for the actual event for the past 6 years in various roles. This year I just joined the advisory board. So we're really excited. I have a team. We're called Team American Cocktail Society. In the past 6 years, we've raised over $150,000 for Making Strides. We've been the top team. So I'm very excited, and we're looking forward to this year's.
So what makes you the top team?
We have a great group of girls that have all been touched by breast cancer. We started 6 years ago. The first year, right after we did our first year, 2 of our teammates got diagnosed with breast cancer. So that made it even more of a fight for us. So just we throw cocktail parties. I mean, that's literally what we do. Pam McCurdy's one of our teammates, so we've done some stuff at McCurdy's, Giggling Boobs, which we'll do again this year. We teamed up with Team Legal Eagles for a couple years and did, I think, 3 years worth of bachelor auctions. So,
really?
Yeah. So we've done lots of different stuff, and this year, we're trying to figure out what we're going to do, but we're also talking about possibly doing a cruise, a breast cancer cruise, working with Norwegian or possibly Royal Caribbean. So we're really excited about that.
I think I want to join your team.
Please, anybody's welcome to join our team.
So tell me a little bit about what got you involved.
My stepmother was diagnosed with breast cancer. It's been a good 40 years. Back when they didn't have reconstructive surgery, she had partial double mastectomy. So that's really what got me, started, because she fought it for her whole life. The breast cancer, she was in remission, but then it spread elsewhere. They went into remission there, and then it spread elsewhere. So I really just hate cancer, period. But because it started with breast cancer, and then with our 2 teammates that got diagnosed within the first year of us starting this quest, now they're in remission. They have 2 great sets of new boobs, so thanks to reconstruction. And one of our teammates is on the Hernephrin, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, which is the drug from the American Cancer Society, that they found, so to prevent it from coming back. So we're excited, but we just don't want to see anybody else get diagnosed. We want to find a cure.
And tell people why it's so important for them to get involved.
It's important because the research that the American Cancer Society does is amazing. I mean, they have I don't even know how many laureates, like 14 or something like that. They have the cancer studies that they're doing, the CPS3, which I'm in right now. We have to fight this, because not only do women get breast cancer, but so do men. And statistics show that more men die of breast cancer than women because they don't get checked, because it's not the norm. Right. I really encourage every woman out there to start getting, mammograms. They say that you're not supposed to until you're 40, but there's so many young girls out there that are getting diagnosed. So the healthcare system's bothering me a little bit by making everybody wait till they're 40, but it's so important because, 1 out of 5.
Well, and I think that's what people don't realize is that it affects even our younger generation.
Yes, it absolutely does. I mean, I've known many young teenagers, girls in their 20s, that have been diagnosed. Granted, they've been through treatment and, remission has set in, but that doesn't matter. It still happened.
Well, we appreciate all you do, and I'm joining Amy's cocktail group.
Please do. You're more than welcome to.
Thank you, and great. Good luck this evening.
Thank you very much. It's going to be a great party. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Amy.
Okay.
Hi, I'm here with Shirley Lane, the survivor, one of these survivors of breast cancer. Tell me a little bit about your journey, Shirley.
Well, I went for my regular mammogram on December the 18th or 19th, and they called me a few days later and said, you have cancer. And I went to the doctor, and he said, we will have to do a mastectomy. It would be safer than just doing a lumpectomy. I said, after the shock wore off, I said, well, when do you want to do it? He said, well, what about next week? And I said, that's fine. He said, what about Tuesday? I said, that'll be just fine. Any Tuesday, I guess, will be just fine. So I went in on Tuesday, came home on Wednesday, had the mastectomy, and then I started chemo, and about a month later, I had 4 months of chemo every other week. And I had 35 treatments for radiation for every day for except Saturday and Sunday for 35 treatments.
Wow, that's a lot. I mean, tell people a little bit about, that are maybe starting that journey because they don't know where they're going, and there's so much hope.
I really did not have a problem with chemo. At the week I took it, I would didn't feel good for a couple days. But other than that, the weeks I didn't have it, I went to Disney World.
You did?
Yeah. And I just rented an electric cart. And I did other things like that on the weeks I didn't have it. So it really, didn't affect me, but not everybody has that. A lot of people get very sick. And I think a lot depends on what kind of chemo you have. But like I said, I took it every other week for 4 months, and I did my regular things on my weeks that I didn't have it. So
I think that's a big part of it is keeping that hope and keeping that positive attitude to get you through that journey.
And my daughter said to me, aren't you supposed to be resting? And I said, nobody told me I had to rest. So I really didn't have a lot of problems with the chemo, or the radiation was worse than the chemo.
Oh, I bet. And you look beautiful.
Thank you.
And 8 years already?
8.5 years.
8.5 years. So tell me a little bit about how you got involved.
Well, I saw they were having a walk that year, and I knew I couldn't walk, but I thought, well, I'm going to go anyway. So I did, and then the next year I volunteered, and I've been volunteering ever since.
That's great, and you can be such an inspiration for others, Shirley.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm here with Dr. Wasserman. So tell me a little bit about your involvement with Making Strides and a little bit about how women can do their checks.
Well, we have a booth every year. We'll be there at the walk, and we'll be there to meet people. I'll be there myself. And as far as yearly, over the age of 40, we still recommend that women get their mammograms every year. It's the best thing that they can do to try and catch breast cancer early, and it might save their life.
And tell me some of the stories. I'm sure you have seen many stories, people that are just starting this journey.
It's always a shock. Sometimes I have to give the news to patients, and it's going to rock you if it happens to you. But it always amazes me how resilient people can be, and I see the patients 5 or 6 months later after they've had their surgery and whatever treatment they needed, and they always look amazing. People make it through, and they make it to the other side, and I think it speaks a lot towards the spirit that a lot of these women have.
Absolutely, and that there is hope, and that the American Cancer Society and Making Strides has so much to offer people. What do you expect out of this event this evening?
Out of this evening? I don't really know what to expect out of this evening. I think it'll be a chance to meet people, and everybody's working towards the same cause. So I think it'll be great to meet some of these, some people who are we're all in this together, So that's what I'm expecting, maybe to make some connections.
Okay, and if you had one thing you wanted people to take away from this evening, what would it be?
Breast cancer is treatable, and be vigilant, and I guess don't give up if you get the diagnosis, because there are a lot of new treatments these days, and there are a lot of things that we can do, and all of these wonderful people here are representing different ways that we can help people with breast cancer, whether it's through raising money or clothing, or I guess everybody contributes in their own way.
Absolutely, and we thank you for all you do in helping save lives against breast cancer.
That's my pleasure.
Thank you. Hi, we're here with Carol Whitmore. Great party, Carol.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so glad. I can't believe the turnout. I'm so happy. It's for a great cause.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about your involvement.
I'm the chair this year of the event, and my husband is a plastic surgeon for 44 years, and he has done probably thousands of breast reconstruction in all his years. So this is very near and dear to our heart.
Absolutely, and tell me a little bit about what you want people to take away from this tonight.
I want everybody to know that they all need to be together and be strong. Everybody we know is connected, and we know somebody that has breast cancer. So we all need to be there to support everyone.
Well, thank you, Carol, so much. It's going to be a great evening.
Yes, thank you, and I'm so glad we have such a great turnout.
Thank you so much. Hi, we're here with Aliki Gable. Tell me a little bit about your involvement with Making Strides.
Well, Evelyn and Arthur, I manage a store downtown, and I have rallied up the troops downtown. And what we're doing, we've created a great team, the Downtown Merchants of Sarasota. And when you donate $20, you're going to get a Wednesday awareness voucher that gets you 10% off over 20 stores and restaurants in downtown Sarasota. We're also going to launch off October with a fashion show where all of our models will be breast cancer survivors. It's a free event. It's very exciting. It's going to be at Ivory Lounge, October 7th, which is the first Wednesday. And then every Wednesday after that, you can come and enjoy downtown and support a good cause.
Oh, that is so awesome. So how many merchants are involved?
We have 20 confirmed, As soon as the voucher's available, we expect a huge turnout, and we're like 50% there. Also, what I really am so proud of is that Evelyn and Arthur was so happy with what I've reached out to do that they are going to match the 10% off. When you come and enjoy 10% off at our store on Wednesdays, you get an additional 10% donated directly to Making Strides Against Breast Cancer.
Wow, that is amazing. Tell me a little bit about what got you involved.
Well, I've had some personal experience where cousins and aunts have had to deal with the illness. But after being self-employed for 20 years, when I closed my business, I got a fabulous job, and our owner was diagnosed with breast cancer shortly after I started. She is fantastic. She's in remission. She's a wonderful lady, and she has inspired me to do this.
Well, thank you so much. They're getting ready to kick it off, so thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, we're here with Sharon, a breast cancer survivor?
Yes, 8 years.
8 years. Oh my gosh. Tell me a little bit about your journey, Sharon.
Well, my journey was very interesting because I had a mammogram, and I believe it was in January. 3 months later, and my mammogram was clear, I found my own lump. So I really feel like self-check is so important to do every month for women. Even I don't care what the news says, I don't care what the doctors say. If I hadn't found my lump, it might not have been caught quick enough.
So you had a mammogram, and that did not detect the breast cancer?
Right. I was fine.
So ladies, so important to do self-exams, even though you're going for your mammogram. Tell me what tonight means to you.
Well, I've been part of Making Strides for about 8 years, and to me, it's important. I have 2 daughters. I don't want them to have to hear the words that they have breast cancer. I have so many family members that have had breast cancer, and I just really want them to find a cure. So I'll do what I can to raise money and help to do that.
And that's so important. I think a lot of people forget our daughters. I have 2 of them as well. And the importance of, even at a young age, to be able to learn about self-detection and doing those exams for yourself before they even get ready for mammograms.
Well, to be honest with you, I was doing a program in the high schools in Manatee County, and it was in the HOPE classes, which is health. And when we talked about our bodies and things, I always told the girls, and actually the boys too, because boys get breast cancer also.
True. You always forget.
To do self-checks, even at a young age, because if you know what your breast feels like, if there's something different, then you'll really be able to notice it.
I think, and it's too, getting those teenage girls, I know, having 2 of them, that, getting over that fear and just really being aware of your body and its changes, how important that is.
I agree 100%. My girls, they're in their 30s now, but they've been pretty good about getting checked and going to the doctor and talking to their gynecologists about getting breast checks.
Yeah, so moms, make sure that you make that awareness with your teenage girls. Mine too are in their 30s
and not just
now.
Girls. Because boys get breast
I always
cancer
forget,
too,
we forget about the boys.
I've talked to the JV football teams at Manatee High about breast cancer for the past couple of years.
We typically think that for women. So Sharon, one thing you want people to take away from this event tonight?
Be vigilant, check your breasts, and come make strides with us.
Thank you so much. Hi, we're here with Maverick. What a great event this evening. And as the host, great job.
Well, it's in my heart because I got involved with the American Cancer Society in 1999, the year my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. And just knock on wood, she is a survivor, she's cancer-free, and that began the relationship that's been very long for me with the American Cancer Society, 16 years, and they do amazing work, and it's something that everybody needs to know about because early detection is the key, especially when it comes to breast cancer.
And I think so many people don't realize that. We talked about it tonight, people that are young, teenagers, early 20s, anybody can be affected by that.
There are 2 things that I think that are key and that this event does. It highlights the fact that it's something everybody needs to be aware of. And even if you're a guy, you can talk to the woman that you love, your mother, your sister, and remind them. And I think there's this, I don't know, there's a fear when it comes to women about having that check, having that mammogram, doing the self-exam, because you don't want to find anything.
Yeah, that's true.
But if you do it and you do find it early, it is the best possible scenario. So I think these events allow people to maybe erase that fear or just maybe have a little less so they go over that hurdle.
That is so true. I think so many women are afraid to find out, what if I go and they find something?
It's going to be one of those things where you'd rather catch it early than late, and you've just got to get over that fear. And I think things like the Making Strides walk and what you've seen in athletics and in retail, where the pink ribbons in the month of October, I think sometimes people, what is it with all the pink? Well, the whole idea on it is to spread awareness. And the idea between pink and October with the Breast Cancer Awareness Month is to make you aware early detection. And all those things, I'm hoping, get people more and more under the tent, if you will, to get over that fear.
And so many stories. I mean, stories that we heard tonight. A lot of energy here. What is the one thing you want people to take home tonight?
To not be afraid. Breast cancer is here. People will be affected by breast cancer. It's going to touch somebody in your life, whether it be a family member, a friend, a coworker. And being educated, because early detection does save lives. There is no doubt about it. The research proves it out. So checking yourself, ladies have to check themselves. If you're a guy, talk to your woman, talk to your mother, talk to your sister, because you're going to save their life. If they're afraid, have them talk to their healthcare provider, because they can maybe ease those fears. You have to talk about it, because you can have your life saved if it's detected early.
Well, and we talk about men. Tonight, I heard several times in my interviews, what about the guys? I mean, guys are susceptible to breast cancer as well.
Absolutely. And that's one of those things where if something's going on with your body, no matter man or woman, you have to be in tune. Changes in your body. Be aware. If you see something that's strange or doesn't feel right, watch it for a short time. And then if it doesn't dissipate or change, that's when you need to talk to your healthcare provider. And those are the things that we all can take away from events like tonight.
Absolutely. And what a great job, Maverick. It was a fun evening. Thank you so much for all you do.
Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, I'm here with Tammy Lennox. What a great event tonight. We're all feather bowed up. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your involvement.
Oh gosh, well, I started out as a volunteer actually for the American Cancer Society after my mother-in-law was going through an 8-year battle with inflammatory breast cancer. So it became a real passion of mine to make sure that people knew about the programs and services that the American Cancer Society can offer and really help out families that are going through such a battle.
And great program tonight, great stories, loved hearing yours. It always gets you choked up, there is so much energy, so much emotion.
A lot of energy in the room tonight.
There was.
I think people are feeling really passionate about being part of this walk and really helping to finish this fight against breast cancer.
And it takes so much. What is the one thing you want women to take away from tonight?
The one thing I want them to take away is that if they ever are faced with a diagnosis, all they have to do is pick up the phone and call us or visit cancer.org. There's so many services at their fingertips. We have a Look Good, Feel Better program that's available right in our local office where ladies can come in to get a free wig, to get hypoallergenic cosmetics, to get linked up with someone else that's already been through the journey. So, I mean, unbelievable support and help for them.
And so many people don't know that.
They really don't. I mean, so my mission is if I can tell that one more person, it's been a really good day for me, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome for all you do and the energy behind it.
Thank you.
So, how do people reach you? How do they know where to go? You said your office. Where is it?
Yeah, so we have a local office. It's at 2970 University Parkway. We have a huge building with our banner out front, so it's easy to spot. We're located right between Lockwood Ridge Road and 301, so it's easy to find. You can just walk in. You can call me personally and make an appointment. All of my contact information is available on our website at cancer.org.
Tammy, thank you so much for all you do to support Making Strides Against Breast Cancer. What a great event. So much energy here tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure for me to be here.
Hi, we're back again with Dr. Osterman. Can you tell me a little bit about Tracy? Introduce her.
Hi, Tracy runs the breast center. She's the supervisor. She's our lead tech in the mammography at Lakewood Ranch Medical Center.
Tracy, tell me a little bit about what you do and the importance of people and women getting checked.
Sure. What I do is I run the breast center at Lakewood Ranch Medical Center. We offer 3D imaging, mammography for our ladies. Main thing I want to get across to ladies is just to take the time to take care of themselves. We're mothers, we're wives. We try and take care of everyone else around us, but just take the time to get themselves, do their self-breast checks, come in for your yearly mammograms, tell your sisters, your mothers, your best friends, just make sure that as a group of people, we're getting in to take care of ourselves and take that time out.
And you see it every day. What are some of the challenges as people face this journey?
Most ladies come into us just with that fear of what could be. And it's more, I tell ladies all the time that 90% of what I do is holding hands. The other 10% is doing the actual testing, things like that. So they're well taken care of. There's always that support system there for them.
And that is so important. I mean, it's such a tough journey and just the emotion that they have to go through.
Yes. The technology and everything else has come such a long ways in the last couple of years. So we're finding things sooner. Exams are more comfortable. It's just becoming so much more comfortable and more available to ladies to get diagnosed and get their yearly checkups.
And Dr. Wasserman, I mean, these nurses behind the scenes do so much to support the patients. I mean, it's incredible what you do, Tracy, every day.
She's a real resource. We're very lucky to have a great technical staff and great support staff over at Lakewood. It makes all the difference in the world when we know that the patients can come in and get taken care of very well.
Absolutely, and that you have Tracy behind you taking care of those patients, I know is so incredible. Tracy, anything you want to share with people this evening?
Like I said, just take the time out to take care of yourself and make sure that as women we're taking care of ourselves and getting checked out.
Well, thank you both for all you do to help us fight breast cancer and take care of these women every day. We're back with Commissioner Whitmore, the chair of Making Strides Against Breast Cancer. Tell me what that means to you.
Oh, it's a great thing. I've been a nurse since 1977. My husband's a plastic surgeon, recently retired, but he's taken care of thousands of patients with breast cancer. And working in his office all these years, it's just very near and dear to my heart.
And tonight, what a great event this was tonight, and the stories that we've heard.
Yes, it chokes me up every time. These women are real fighters. It's not an easy diagnosis, but there is such an amazing support group that like no other disease process I've seen. So this is a good thing, and I'm really surprised at all the people that turned out. I think it's triple from what it was last year.
Was it really?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Wow, and it is amazing, the support. And tell me, as a role as a chairperson, what you want to make people aware of, and a nurse.
Well, it was, being the chair of this event was a very easy thing because it touches everyone. We've got Carolyn Mason, who is the chairman of the Sarasota County Commission. She's vice chair, as well as Vernon Desir, vice president at Manatee Hospital. And what we decided this year is to do a regional event because it affects everybody. It goes across county lines, and actually the support has been fantastic. Cox Chevrolet just signed up to be one of our major sponsors just a couple days ago. And Sarasota Herald-Tribune is one of our sponsors for many years. So it's really, it crosses across lines. We've got both sheriff's departments that are going to have a team in both counties. And both main streets in both counties are going to light up their main streets. Oh, that's awesome. And as well, Manatee County Administrative Building, we're going to light our building up pink, and the hospitals are also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the whole month of October.
Oh, that is awesome. So tell me, as a nurse, what you would tell women.
Well, first of all, as a nurse, I would tell you, you've got a wonderful support group. Go to your doctor, do what you have to do. A lot of people don't realize, and I've fought insurance companies for years, there's a 1998 Breast Cancer Act that they are not allowed to deny you to have breast reconstruction until you're symmetrical. So until you're symmetrical and you have breast reconstruction, insurance has to approve it. And I know a lot of people don't know that. And even the insurance companies didn't know, a lot of them, and I'd actually have to fax them the federal legislation. Wow. So that's a good thing that I think people in the public need to know, the women especially.
And there are so many support services out there that people are not aware of.
No, there aren't. And there's great, if you go to your hospitals, your cancer society, there's many options that you have and people you can talk to. Like I said, this is the only disease process where I really see so much support. And I think it's really the power of mostly women. Men get breast cancer also, but I think it's the power of the women and us being together and united.
Absolutely. Well, Carol, thank you so much for all you do to support the community, support the breast cancer, the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer.
Thank you, and I'm honored to be the chair, and we'll see if I decide I want to do it again next year. It's been a great event, and I have a feeling that I may.
They may ring you in. Thanks, Carol.
Thank you.
Wow, what a great party this evening. We want to thank everyone that showed up tonight, all of the sponsors, all of the great stories that we heard. And you know, you can still make a difference. You can come out to the walk on October 24th at the Polo Grounds. It takes all of us. Take a few moments, take that time, make a difference. And together, we can knock out breast cancer.
Thank you.